Mark, dude, take the people back to January. What was it that got us working together?
Yeah, I just wanted help communicating and speaking. I feel like for the longest time, for whatever reason, I don't know, I was afraid to speak on camera and put myself out there. Found Michael, and I'm glad I did because he's helped me so much in terms of just being comfortable, being secure, being confident. I mean, I can't tell you how much my confidence has grown since working with Michael. It's amazing. I just talk in front of the camera now and I just let things rip and speak and say what I want to say.
How is your life different now having that skill set than it was before?
Yeah, so it's changed the game for me. I mean, not only do I just post videos of myself talking online, but I use video as a way to communicate. So I'm in sales. I use video DMs as a way to reach out to prospects, to talk to them, and I've seen a difference in my response rates. There's just so much that goes into voice that I wasn't aware of. And so I feel like it's just made me more confident and trickled and rippled into different areas of my life in terms of taking action. So I haven't worked out for, geez, I don't know how many years it's been, but I've been consistently working out. And I can attribute that definitely to working with Michael because obviously there's a mind body connection. And I think that the voice is connected to that as well.
Can you talk about the connection between those two things and finding your voice?
I think when you go after something and you're consistent with it, you naturally build confidence. So when you send a video out online, if you've never done it before, it can be super intimidating at first. But then after I've done a couple reps, it gets easier. And it's the same thing in the gym, right? So when you go to the gym, if you haven't worked out in a while, it's gonna be hard to lift weights, but you're gonna get stronger if you keep doing it. And it's the same thing with speaking. Like if you continually practice speaking, sharing your message with the world, it's gonna get easier and easier to deliver.
What does it mean to you to have shared your voice and your message with the world?
That's a great question. I think that working with you, one, you helped shape my message, not meaning influence it. Yeah, you might have influenced it some, but in terms of what it was that I wanted to communicate, you're really good at first principles and identifying like the main idea behind what it is that I'm trying to communicate. And so for me, it is faith based, but it's more than that. Really, it's this idea that we're made great. And so in response to that, be great, right? And you helped me kind of work through my own faith in a lot of ways and make it not something that a church or a teacher or someone else communicated and me just copying that, but me making it my own, right? And I'm still on the journey of figuring out exactly what the message is, but now I kind of have the tools and the, I guess, playbook to figure out how to better communicate that message.
What's it feel like to have a handle on your own personal philosophy that comes from you?
I think that that just makes me one more confident, two more bold. So I think that what we believe is fundamental to who we are. And a lot of times we don't spend a lot of time thinking about what we believe and really processing it on our own. Once you do, you're going to be way more confident. Your ability to communicate what you want to communicate is going to improve.
How has communicating what you want to communicate improved your life?
Well, one thing that I'm doing now is building a local newsletter. And it's so funny to see my journey from how I used to post online. I was completely anonymous, hid behind an avatar, and I was just kind of tweeting out into the abyss, right? But now I'm becoming the face of my local town because I'm doing street interviews. And I'm just going up to random people with a microphone and just starting conversations on camera and then posting it on the internet. Complete 180 from who I was 18 months ago to who I'm becoming today. It's a ton of fun. I'm loving it.
And what's the newsletter bringing into your world? that wasn't there before?
I'm able to make so many different connections and network with people that I normally wouldn't have met. It's given me independence and outlet to be creative, all kinds of things.
And what about in your career? How has your leveling up in communication and speaking shown up there?
I switched territories about 2 months ago, and normally when you switch new territories in sales, there's gonna be a ramp period of just making connections with managers, other account managers, customers, partners, whoever. And one of the things that I did was when I started in the new patch, I just sent some video DMs to people in order to communicate, make an instant connection. And that really resonated. And I think built trust right away with who I'm going to be working with. And so it just sped up that whole process.
What about on the home front or personal life?
Well, I'm excited because if I look back, I don't know, 5 years ago when my daughter was born, I think I was super camera shy then. And for whatever reason, I didn't want to be on home videos or speak in home videos because I didn't want to hear the sound of my own voice. But now I'm like making all kinds of videos and memories with my kids because I'm not camera shy anymore. I'm just going to say what I want to say and say it on camera. And so I'm excited that there's that. But also, I think when you start sharing your message with the world, you're naturally going to rub off on people that are close to you. And so I see that with my kids and see what they're doing. I mean, they're still super young, but I see that they now want to be creative and they want to speak up and share what they're doing or be creative and make videos or whatever. Too, I think it helps me just be a better leader in the home to the kids.
What are you aware of now that you weren't when you were so camera shy?
Dude, one of my favorite things, I don't know who originally said it, it doesn't matter, but people are not thinking about you as much as you're thinking about you. It just gives you confidence to realize that that's been a huge shift for me. And I think that that really came to life for me when I started actually making videos and using my voice and just talking.
What would the problem with that have been?
I'm just scared. I'm scared of the haters, but I realize that the fear of man is nothing to be afraid of. So,
What's that
yeah,
what's that
it's
mean?
just giving me the confidence to not care about that.
Yeah, what's that mean, the fear of man?
Fear of man is just what other people think about you, what other people are gonna say about you, um that's a good question. Um, I think it's letting the words of others dictate how you're gonna live your life or just being afraid to speak because you might offend someone or you might piss someone off, that kind of
And now you're free.
thing. Yeah.
How would you describe what I do?
I had no idea what to expect. And it's now that I've been working with Michael, it's very different than what I thought that it would be. I think it's way more holistic than just how do you say this word or how do you enunciate or what's the tone of your voice. It's really a holistic approach in which you're dealing with the whole person. And there is this connection between who you are on the inside and what comes out when you speak. I didn't know that how that connection exists and it's super important. So that's been huge. I mean, again, it's not just me being confident and speaking, but it's helping shape who I am as a person, what I believe, and going to first principles. So that's been life changing for sure.
What outcomes should people want to have when they come to work with me?
Yeah. So if you're on the sidelines and you want to level up and maybe you see other people that are successful and you realize that you want to be successful because they're just like you, but you're just kind of lacking the confidence for that. I think that that is the ideal person to work with Michael. He's going to bring a level of energy and confidence that's just naturally going to rub off on you. And he's going to make you think deeply about who you are as a person and what's holding you back. And he's going to bring you unlock to really just go to the next level. It's not just voice, it's going to intersect all areas of your life and take them up a notch.
Anything else that you think that people need to know about your experience or coming to work with me or just anything that you want to share?
Dude, If you're on the fence or you just have any interest in getting your voice out into the world, I would work with Michael. I mean, he really from our very first conversation, he pushed me over the ledge and got me going, so I would definitely work with Michael for sure.